First up for you this morning, we've all heard it. We've heard Twitter, we've heard LinkedIn, we've heard MySpace, Facebook,
Absolutely.
all the social
Are you
networking
LinkedIn?
sites.
Do you have all of this
I
down
am
pat?
so totally not LinkedIn.
Not.
I can do email and that's about it, but you really have to be in today's world, both socially and professionally.
The sites are obviously becoming just more than a place to surf or to go online. Social networking is big, and a lot of people are using them for their careers.
It's huge, and one place you can find out about them on the web from an objective source is Women's Wisdom Network, founded by Memphian Terri Murphy. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You have a Facebook, I'm assuming.
Of course.
Okay.
Are you LinkedIn?
I am so LinkedIn.
And you're Twittering?
I am so tweeting every day.
Okay.
All right, where do we start?
Where do we start? I haven't done any of that because I thought
it was for the kids.
it's for the kids. It's not, is it? You really have to do it, don't you?
For anybody that's over 40, it's not just for the kids.
Really?
It's, you have to understand that email was our first resource, and that is publishing. Whatever you send out over email is publishing. It is forever.
Okay.
What happened is Gen X came up, and cell phones were cool, but once we started texting, there become other avenues. Remember we had the original instant messaging, AOL
yes.
instant chat, and that was sort of annoying.
Yahoo and
So, there's a whole evolution, but let's just start for the sake of helping people in business. The first entree into social media, which is clearly the way Gen X is communicating and where the marketing is obviously with LinkedIn. Is obviously with LinkedIn, and that means that you want to have a profile on it, so that people can find out about you. It's sort of, think about it almost as the yellow pages, but people connecting people.
So to simplify this, if we don't do any of the social networking, which includes MySpace, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, there's just a whole bunch.
There's a bunch.
Is that like not having your phone number published in the? I mean, is
remember
it
that people are migrating globally, so they can't get your local phone book.
Right.
They need to be able to find out about you. Gen X is, as you know, highly skeptical about advertising. They want to find out for themselves, so they created this whole network around themselves. And they started to implement it in such a way that worked. So you want to remember, if you're in business today, in order for you to get ubiquitous opportunities for business and connecting, because networking is not just, I'm going to give you my card.
Right, which is the way we did it.
Well, of course, but how do you keep track of all those cards? How do you nurture the relationship? Well, imagine doing it automatically, because someone at any time can find out if you're on LinkedIn. And then people that have your same common interests, for instance, multiple streams of income,
TV.
maybe you're both surfers, that kind of thing. But the companies are going to LinkedIn and Facebook to find out about you before they hire you.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Because remember, nothing...
Which is good and bad, because that's why you want to be careful of what you have in your profile.
But Facebook, think of LinkedIn as the business suit.
Okay.
It tells about you, it gives a profile about you, it lets me know who you are before I have to meet you.
Okay.
If I want to. Remember, it's all about choice. The second thing is Facebook, a little more business cash, tells a little bit more about you. It lets me allow you to introduce you to my relational capital, because I can say, would you like to be, may I introduce you to my people and that kind of thing.
Right.
Remember, you always have a choice.
Right.
And then the third one is what we call Twittering.
And what is that one? Because that one's pretty new.
Well, think of Twittering as microblogging. Okay, and it's only 140 characters. It's a social medium that, think about it as an ongoing cocktail conversation.
I'm exhausted thinking of that. Now, what does it say about you to a prospective employer, for instance, or to a prospective friend, if you only have a LinkedIn and you don't have a Facebook? That says so. You really need them all?
I don't want to be the judge on that, but I will tell you that having a presence that meets all four generational communication dynamics, that asserts itself globally, because we always think locally.
Right.
It's important. Just a case in point, for instance, about Twittering. I don't know if you saw in the paper a couple of days ago that there was this big hullabaloo about a FedEx person and an advertising agency. Within minutes, there were over 107 responses to his post.
Because he made a disparaging remark about Memphis, right?
Sort of out of context, because there's only 140 characters, about an unpleasant situation in Memphis. And unfortunately, and the man's in digital media, it went all through the networks, both through FedEx and through his company.
Is his reputation ruined?
Well, it didn't help.
So is the Twittering is interactive and installed in Facebook, where you put your updates and your posts,
Well,
and then all of the responses? Is that what
no, you
Twittering?
can put your Twitter address in anything.
Okay.
And that's what you do. You try to cross-leverage it. In other words, if I'm on Twitter, it'll say, see my Facebook. Remember, you're just connecting people with people.
So you have to be on, but you also have to be very careful with what
Exactly.
you say.
Exactly. And the reason for that is whatever you say, whatever you publish is out there forever. And so you
Wow.
want to be extremely careful about what you say and how you say it. Now, that doesn't mean you're not entitled to your opinion, but if you're going to make a remark about a company that you're working with, or someone that you have worked with, or an experience that you
Anything,
had,
yeah.
you're going to have to consider the consequences. So where it's a great tool to connect people you would never connect with,
Practice safe
Practice.
Twittering.
So we can find out
Tweeting.
more about this.
Tweeting.
Tweeting, is that it?
yeah.
Lord, my head hurts just thinking about it. But I'm going to get on it. Will you link me in
I'm
somehow?
gonna Facebook
We're gonna
you
get
too.
you.
Yeah.
Women'sWisdomNetwork.com is, you did an interview about this with an expert in the
Yeah.
industry, and so we
He wrote
can
an
find out
ebook on
more
it.
kind of
Right.
objective, an ebook. We
Yeah,
can get an ebook through
Twitter,
Women's.
twitterebook.com.
Excellent. There is the website where you can go for a bit of objective information about the whole thing.
So Monday we'll give them your new Facebook address, right?
Gosh, I guess.
We'll put it out there.
Right now, nobody can find me. We'll be back in just a moment.